Okay, you guys, I am working on my fall table in my dining room. I know I shared with you guys a little while ago the, ooh, that's too streamy. The, couple days ago, the centerpiece I was working on. I think I finished it. And I don't remember if you remember me saying that I need to get the whole table set before I finish the centerpiece, because sometimes you can just see you can't see the holes until everything's done. That'll preach. So I've had these chargers in I have been collecting these chargers for years. I have gold, white, pink, red for each different season. And I had purchased these early in the day, before Bochis had any funding, for some of the fundraisers we did. And so I have quite a bit. But as I was going up in the attic to get more, I realized a whole bunch of them are broken. And then that led me to be like, ooh, I can glue that back. Because if you glue that back, you can't see it. And then my next thing was, I have a new me present. New me does not try to fix these things because it's more clutter and it's more fracture, and I'm not doing it no more, throwing them away. So let me just explain that while I'm sitting here cleaning these. First of all, how embarrassing is that? I left those there for I don't know how many events, which probably nobody looked at that, but still. And I have been purchasing these when they go on half off at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever I could find them, because I love a good bargain. But anyway, I learned about this, I don't know what it's called. You know how the law of gravity, the law of attraction, the law of all those things, the law of sowing and reaping, which some people call karma. But anyway, there's this law, and I can't remember the name of it, and if you know it, please hit me up and give it to me. But basically what it says is when you have a ton of clutter or a ton of old stuff that you're not using, like just basically things that occupy space that are not being used, then it blocks for new stuff. I can't remember the exact name, but you know where I'm going to get going with that, right? So if you have a bunch of clutter or things that are not being used, it is an occupier of space in whatever space that is, be it your drawers, your cabinets, your attic, your clothes, but it blocks the ability for anything new to take its place. So when I learned about that, I'm not going to bother with those right now. When I learned about that, I thought, I'm no longer going to try to repair things that are really broken because it's taking up space that I want to create for whatever God has that is new. Because if you keep holding on to the old, there's no space for the new. The biblical part of that is like, forget the things of the past and kind of look forward to what is in front of you, because literally we can't do anything with the past. And literally, whenever we try to bring things out of the past, and this could be emotions, relationships, it could be things, whenever we try to keep past dead things alive or past things that don't add value to your life, when you try to keep them in your space, you have no space for what is new. And so that concept can apply to every area of your life. But for now, we're talking about my table and my house. So even though I've only been here 4 years and I did a ton of purging when I moved into this house, I still want to purge some more, because also the thing about clutter, here's the thing about clutter. The thing about clutter is it weighs you down. It weighs you down emotionally. It weighs you down mentally. It weighs you down physically. It weighs you down spiritually. Clutter weighs you down. So does that slurping that my dogs are doing. Daisy, I'm sorry, I'm thirsty. I got to drink some water. These are my grandbabies, my fur grandbabies. Duke, you should go so thirsty. So if it doesn't bring you joy and it doesn't have a purpose, get rid of it. I could always tell with the residents we worked at it, but with Bocce's Place, is they would either be so hyper focused on controlling their environment, or they would have zero control because their minds were so injured and so hurt and so cluttered with trauma that their spaces would normally show the trauma. So whenever I see a space, I will typically think, okay, this is your space. This is what's going on inside your head. So it doesn't have to be perfect, right? But you can always tell the condition of someone's mind, heart, connection when you look at the condition of the space that they rest in. I'll give you an example. This plate right here I found while unpacking a lot of my mom's stuff that has been in storage after she died. And to everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose. This is so timely for me, but this was one of my mom's favorite plates. So does it have purpose? Physically, no. Does it have meaning to me? Yes. There's a sentimental value to this, so I'm not going to get rid of it. But in unpacking everything, I got rid of probably 10 or 15 boxes full of stuff that really didn't have any sentimental value to me, but I'm sending it off for somebody else to enjoy. Now, on to the other subject of this broken thing. What I wanted to say is, this doesn't really have a purpose for me because it's broken. But the only reason why I can throw it away is because I have enough for what I need. Let me explain this to you. So as I'm walking in here into my dining room, I'm absolutely boiling up. I'm like, what is going on? Why am I so hot? But anyway, I have enough of these so that I can throw the broken ones away. If I did not have enough of these, I would somehow try to make these work, and I could figure out how to hide it. So even if you have something and you really can't go buy a new one or they're out of it, if it's not, like, I might take a little bit of super glue in the back and try to press that together, but then I would put my plate over it and try to hide it. Maybe I would put it at the bottom. Maybe I would put it underneath the centerpiece, and I'll show you that. Okay, here's the example. Here's part of the centerpiece, okay? And I have all of this. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. But you see, here's my broken spot here. Okay, that's the crack. I am so intentional sometimes at making things work that might not already work. So I might just hide that underneath there. I might even take a napkin and put once I stack up the plates, I might take a napkin and just kind of set it on that side where whatever I have to do to kind of hide that, let me tell you, I've done that so many times in the past. But for this occasion, I probably have 50 to 100 of these, so I can afford to throw the broken ones away. And I don't mean afford by money. I mean, like, I have enough spare. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, because I don't want you to feel like you have to throw everything away if it's broken. I want to show you my plates. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? So I Googled fall plates because I wanted some new fall plates that were nice plates that I could package up every year and add a collection to, and then hand them off to Jade whenever sometime in the future. Now that you have told me what color you think it is, let me show you what this is. Is this ASMR? No, I'm just kidding. So I thought I need a layer for my place setting. I love this color so much for this fall that I'm actually going to search for real plates in this color. But for this purpose, I got these super inexpensive, and I will find the link and link them here. But now I'm going to show you the charger, and then I'm going to show you it all together. So when I got to Home Goods and I saw this, there were 8, which I needed. We'll have probably 12 to 14 at this table, but 8 is my setting because 8 is what fits on this table. So I'm only going to bring out the extra settings on the day we eat on Thanksgiving. But these were all scattered in the thingy up there. And I was like, please, Lord, let there be 8. 1, 2. And I was literally dropping them on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I was like, I'm going to find one more. And then I found it was like, it felt like it had like shining lights and hallelujah music behind it. And I was like, ha. And so then I bought this. I love it so much. Okay, now I'm going to show you. Oh, what's the matter, Duke? What the matter, my angel boy? What the matter? Okay, now I'm going to show you. Now, this is, let me just say, it's not done yet. Looky, looky. I love it. Now, I can tell you that this is looking very yellow in this camera, and I just found a little crack here. So I will be looking for one without a crack. This is part of the centerpiece that I have. Look at how beautiful that looks. Looky, looky, looky. Isn't that so beautiful? And so once I get my napkins on and my little place settings, because everybody in the family gets their name on their setting, and I will have a little gift for everybody at their setting. So closer to Thanksgiving, I will show you guys the finished product. But you know I got to share it with you now. Okay, that might be a little better. Really, really too yellow gold, and this is a bronzy gold. I don't want this one. Oh, is this the one that I was making an example out of? Oh, I thought I threw that away. Okay. That's way better. I don't want it to be too bronzy, and I don't want it to be too yellow. That one's going in the trash. So I'm going to go upstairs and look for some more that are more bronzy. But let me show you what this looks like without the charger. Okay, so this is called a placemat. This is not a charger. That's a placemat. That, if you don't have a charger, that's still great. I might even love that without the charger. But this is a charger, okay? All that it's for is to create layer. That's it. This is no functionality at all. Let me remind you, I said this yesterday on my video in regards to my front door. I just want to say this to you. We as women are created beautiful by God. God intentionally created us beautiful because he wanted us to beautify. So what is within you, you create around you. And so I have studied the woman side of humanity, the female side of humanity, out of the Hebrew side of the Bible for years. And what God has said about us and the intentionality behind his creation of us as women is so magnificent and so overwhelming that it's enough to just get you up off your seat and roll. But I want to encourage you that you are a beautifier. I also have a special heart for people who are struggling financially because I've spent a lot of years in that place where I didn't have the funds to go buy anything I wanted for my table. And so back in the day, we didn't have Facebook, and we did when I was raising my babies, and we didn't have Facebook Marketplace, and we didn't have Craigslist. So it was garage sales. Or I would just like pick through. What I normally did was go the day after the holiday, and I would get it 70 to 90% off for the next year. So I got super creative on how I started collecting all my pieces, but I loved going like the day after Thanksgiving or the day or two after Christmas and buying things typically 80 to 90% off. And you just can't help it. Like anything, something that's $10 was $1. So that's kind of how I collected, but I do have a heart for people who are on a budget and are not able to buy these kind of things. And I want to tell you, dear friend, I look back on those days, and those were some of the best days of my life. I loved getting creative with what I had to make things happen in my home. So don't despair and don't begrudge small beginnings. The Bible says that, like, never ever begrudge the small beginnings. Those are really the most amazing times of character building and great memories. So what I want to say to you now that you have Facebook Marketplace, go into Facebook Marketplace and put fall decorations in my area, however far you're willing to drive. And then just start looking and buy. You can buy someone's fall decorations for $50, like the entire lot. And so you can go to thrift stores. They have so many great things that I've picked up at thrift stores too. So the other thing is garage sales, thrift stores. Okay, I already mentioned Vital Trade or Marketplace, but it's a fun game. I actually really loved it. I love. Still, I love thrifting. My mom taught me one man's trash is another man's treasure. And so that kind of gave me some, foundation on even giving my stuff away that I don't use anymore and not trying to like cling on to it because I don't know why. I think clinging on to things is almost a poverty mentality. So, anyway, there are no more excuses. You can make anything beautiful. When I had no money, I also went outside and I got dead branches and I got leaves and acorns. And if you're thinking, what in the world would I do with leaves and acorns? Go to Pinterest and put fall decorations with acorns, or put fall decorations with natural leaves or with branches, and get inspired. Like, go to Google and put that in as well, or YouTube, and just inspire yourself. I'll tell you what, you have more creativity and more ability within your little finger than you even know. It's just a matter of the desire. And I feel really pressed to say somebody that is watching right now needs to hear this, that let go of the past. Let go of what you don't have and start looking to what you do have. I just want you to hear me say this. Let go of the past. Let go of the past. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Somebody needs to hear this. I feel it in my spirit so deeply. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop looking at what you don't have and look to what you do have. The greatest part of our life, meaning we still are breathing, is that we designed our way to where we're at right now. And if you don't like it and you're sad and you're looking backwards the whole time, here's the good news. If you design yourself to where you're at right now, then you can design yourself to where you want to be. So you're not stuck here. So don't look to what you don't have. The spirit that you walk in, the spirit that you carry, is the spirit that you project. And if you project sadness, you're going to deflect anything that's good. You're going to deflect people that you love, meaning you're going to push them back. If you deflect the past and bitterness and offense, all of that energy is pushing away things that are good for you. But if you think on the things that are to come and start designing a new life for yourself, and get up off that chair and stop watching social media on what you wish you could do and what you wish you had, make it for yourself, because you were the most important person to bring joy to first. Bring joy to you. If you are all by yourself in this world, create a beautiful table for one. Get in joy for just you. And then your entire world begins to change because things attract towards you. That being said, I would love for you, if you are watching this, no matter where you're at in your life, I would love for you to share with me, tag me, or just send me a picture of your space that you're decorating for fall. Whether you are an extraordinary decorator or you're just going to decorate a small table, or you're just going to decorate a mantelpiece, or you're just going to decorate one part of your counter, it doesn't matter, or your front door. Just send me a picture of your fall decorations. If it's now, if you're getting motivated right now and you want to get up and do something, send me a picture, because I want to start sharing with everybody what everybody else is doing, because I want us all to rise up and take back our homes, take back our hearts, take back the beauty and the power that we as women carry. So send me it all.